How'd all this get turned around? Can we just take this knob completely off and have it out of the way so the phone won't be smacking into it? Yes, we can, apparently. Yeah, put the phone back up there and squeeze it tight.
Sorry about that. Chaos.
Okay. I guess we're going to kind of halfway have to hold the phone. We have to do some adjustments on the tripod and
no, we
come up with a little bit better of a system.
Tripod.
Well, there's that. So this one's kind of cobbled together because we took a tripod that I have had for a couple of years and put a phone mount on it in order to put a phone on it. But we hear you in the comments that the videos aren't steady enough when we do drive-through tours, so we're trying to do better.
We need a gimbal. Something.
You're exactly right, honey. We do have one on the drone, but we haven't got the drone figured out yet. Tim hasn't got a license for it yet. Evidently, the operating system to add the drone footage to his phone in real time is going to cost us some money, and that's okay.
Bro,
So
it's only like $40.
this, okay, my name's not Bro, it's Uncle Jeff.
Uncle Jeff was just like 40.
Well, Dad told me it was like $64. But anyways, so this is the kind of country that Arizona has always been. This is the rural high desert. You know, it's not sand like you think the Mojave Desert. We're high desert. There is sand, there is silt, but for the most part, it's this brush, grass. I mean, it's great for cattle. So we have a little bit of crossroads here. Go right or go left. Left goes to some hills.
I say let's go right first.
Okay, let's go right first. We're still in two-wheel drive. There's really no need to bump it up into four-wheel drive. The roads are, you could take a minivan down here. I wouldn't, but you could. It's a typical Arizona rural road. They grade them probably once or twice a year. We're in the monsoon season, although today is nice blue sky, no monsoon threat until maybe late afternoon. Yesterday started out this way, and it was 89 degrees. It was 89 degrees at, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. And by the afternoon, I'd say 2 o'clock, we had hit 101 at my house. But it's a dry heat, as Arizona heat goes. There's not a lot of humidity, except when the monsoons are actually dumping water.
Yeah, that feels nice.
It does feel nice, but the humidity I don't care for. So here we have a high-pressure gas line still. So there's got to be a well somewhere that they're pushing natural gas
South
from.
Quail Hollow Drive.
So
the left back there.
Where was I? Yeah, this is what rural Arizona looked like when the cowboys and the Earps were running around and miners.
They didn't have paved roads like this.
Yeah, they didn't have paved roads, but you could see that you could easily ride a horse in all this.
Yeah, but they usually ride.
The Apaches were horse soldiers in this area for hundreds of years, and other Indian tribes. I mentioned the Apache because they were the horsemen of the area.
Didn't the Apache and Navajo, did they ever go to war?
I don't think the Navajo went to war with anybody. They were peaceful farmers as far as I know. Hopi as well. Leave a note in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm not an Indian historian.
Wasn't
I read a lot of books when I was a kid.
The United States Army?
No, that's the Navajo code talkers. They used the Navajo language to...
No, not during World War II. I'm talking about way before that.
Oh, I don't know. Some Apache were scouts.
I thought some Hopi were as well.
No, I bet there was a lot of scouts from a lot of different tribes. There's a lot of tribes in America. I read in a book when I was in junior high or high school that there is hundreds and hundreds of different tribes. There's not just the big name ones that everybody knows about, like Apache, Comanche, Cherokee, Sioux. There's and then even in that group of Indians and different tribes, there are sub tribes. So there's like 5 different sub Sioux tribes, and there's different Apache tribes. There's the Chiricahua. There was the I don't know. Anyways, there's a lot of different tribes. Go read a book. So here's a gate. So clearly we're not going down that road anymore. So we'll turn left. A lot of T-posts out here. A lot of fencing. So we're getting a little bit rougher in the road, and especially up ahead. It looks like it's going to be even a little bit more rougher. Again, still no need for 4-wheel drive. We're still 2-wheel driving it. But
is that a bear?
I imagine. Is that a bear? That's a kind of a running joke. When Tim and Brother Little and I were out at Garden Canyon on Fort Hucuhca, I kept saying that. Well, is that a bear? And then reaching for my pistol because, you know, self-preservation. But it got to be such an overdone joke that it was no longer funny, just irritating.
Like a demo raid.
Yeah. So as you can see, the road's getting a little rougher. Still no need for 4-wheel drive. One of the great things about exploring rural roads in Arizona, and I imagine other states as well, but
Looks like
we live here in Arizona.
places up there.
So here's some culvert pipe. This is made out of concrete. It's poured. Somebody is evidently going to dig a big ditch and put some culvert in. There's a lot of it. Well, there's no gate. Should we go up here?
I don't see no trespassing.
I don't see a no trespassing sign or a gate. Clearly, there's some human work being done by other humans. I mean, I don't think it's aliens. I don't know why they would want to put in a culvert pipe. And somebody spent some money in making a dozer come out here and make this road. So boom, just like that, we're up on top of a knoll with a water well.
Yeah, there's a well.
A couple of filters. So somebody's clearly either are homesteading or building a house or developing this property into a residential. Used to be able to do this on rural roads all over the place, but nowadays it's pretty tough. Tim and I are both of the mindset that we would rather ask forgiveness than ask permission. So if we bump into somebody up here or going back down the road and they say, hey, you're not supposed to be up there. Oh, hey, man, we were just exploring. Sorry about that. You know, we'll never come back. Sorry. Yeah, somebody's had some equipment up here, evidently, and looks like they're making the efforts to turn this into a homestead of some type. Good choice. Boy, you get up here on the top of this hill, and there's a mesa, actually. Picnic tables, and I don't know if that's an old swing set or looks kind of like it. Yeah, this would be a nice flat piece of ground.
I wonder if it's a bunker.
No, that's a water treatment, or for water. Either septic or...
Can't we just pretend it's a bunker?
No, it's not big enough.
It's thick, Cassie.
Okay, well, we want to do more than just keep Cassie alive in the event of a nuclear war.
I wish there was.
But it's pretty cool because you get up here on top of this little mesa, and you know, you're up above everything, which is pretty cool.
Some of these bushes, what it means?
Oh, Brenton knows that by heart. So one of our contributors, Brenton Silva, his dad has gone out with us. He has gone out with us several times. He's used to be my neighbor in Upper Hucuhca City. He and his, I think she's a wife now. I don't know if they got married yet. Fiance for sure. Anyways, they went out on the abandoned mine tour with us a couple of years ago, long time ago. But he's just a really good dude, and he happens to know, he's part Apache, and he happens to know what a lot of these native plants are good for, are bad for, are a sign of. So it's, if you're going to go exploring like this, it's a good idea to have either Brenton come with you or somebody like Brenton, because he really knows his stuff.
And he's a good dude.
And he's a good dude. Evidently, we have ginseng out here in Southeast area. Yeah. And Brenton knows how to find it. He knows what it looks like. He knows what plants grow near it to show that it's there. And that's, I guess that stuff, I watched some cable TV show. Apparently ginseng is worth a lot of money. Who knew?
It goes into ginseng tea.
Okay. So,
and wild ginseng? That's
there's a drainage ditch on each side of the road. Road comes to a crown. Completely wild beyond the drainage ditch on each side. We got fencing on the right, nothing on the left. Don't know how far this road goes, but we encourage everybody, you know, don't do what we do as a template. Use it as a guide. So find a rural road, have you a four-wheel drive or a capable vehicle, and get together with some family and go out and explore. See what else is out there.
Is that a bear?
Yeah, I can see where that got old, but it was funny at the time. There's a lot of rural areas in America still to go look at. This one happens to be in southeast Arizona in Cochise County, and it's I got to tell you, I forgot how much I love the high desert until I moved back into the high desert when Dad was still alive, and I moved from Texas, the Austin area, to Phoenix for 1 year.
You lost your dad?
I hated Phoenix. Oh, look at that. There's a for sale sign. So there's parcels available, 3 to 10 acres from Cantera Real Estate. So
Lazy D's Rents.
Yeah. So it looks like there is available property out here to develop or homestead. Now, as I've been reading up and finding out a little more information, if you get a piece of property bigger than 4 acres, you can develop it as a homestead legally in Cochise County. Check it out, find out more information. There's a big Facebook page on homesteading Cochise County. That would interest me greatly. This is some raw land out here. There's no, services at all. You're not going to be able to get cocks ordered out here. Now, even though we see ahead of us some what looks like power lines, we're also very close to the edge of Fort Hucuhca. So I'm going to say those are associated with them. And supposedly there's a secret air base out here that's paved and wonderful with big buildings that nobody's supposed to know about.
Is it a dirt or
it's a paved driveway or paved airstrip? Runway, yes.
Yeah, there you go. Easy for you not to say.
And if we were able to four-wheel drive this road enough, once it starts getting rougher, if you were to look straight ahead and go far enough, you would end up at Sister Payette's Ranch, which is just outside the west gate of Fort Hucuhca. Now, there has been some slight development. Somebody obviously brung a tractor out here to carve these roads out, and every once in a while you'll see a culvert like that.
No, go that way.
That
I don't need to fall out.
That they put in to make sure the road stays the road, which is probably a good idea if you want to have a rural road to stay there. Do cars even have hubcaps anymore?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes, lots of cars.
So,
plastic nowadays.
if you do go out into southeast Arizona and decide to do some rural exploring, one of the things you will get is what we call Arizona pinstriping. And that's because clearly the foliage is growing into the road proper.
If you have a four-wheel drive Garage Queen, don't bring it out here.
You don't bring it out here. You want all-terrain tires. You want a capable rig, which, even though it's difficult for me to get in and out of, the XJ is it's a very qualified off-road rig.
Would you be able to get in and out of this easier if we were to make this convertible?
It would be awful wet. If it was a 2-door, it would be a lot easier, but it's a 4-door. It's technically the full title of the Jeep is a Jeep Cherokee Pioneer 4x4. It's an Arizona rig, so it has air conditioning, though it's not charged. Yeah, we're at the end of the road. So you can see there's a little bit of construction here. Let's
You think that's where the airfield is?
take you off of here if I can do this. There we go. So there's houses and stuff in the distance over here on the left. This road comes to an end. You can see part of the fort. There's part of the regular airfield out at the fort. There is all kinds of, there's power lines leading through the desert going to the west and east. But it's an interesting area. So what I was saying earlier is I encourage everybody, if you get the chance, you know, grab yourself an inexpensive 4-wheel drive or a buddy with a 4-wheel drive. I have yet to put it in 4-wheel drive in all this driving out here. It's not a paved road, it's a graded road, but you can get out here. If you got some money, contact one of the realtors to see about buying some property out here and get you a homestead. I mean, this is wild country. In the way distance, you can see the lesser dragoons. On this side, the dragoons. Hucuhca Stronghold is on the other side of the tall ones. We've explored in some of our videos the Dragoon Mountains. There's just so much stuff to look at and find out here. I'm trying to get you back in the. Yeah, I think we're all set. Kind of keep an eye on that while I turn around. Yeah, that's not going to work.
Oh no, I fell.
Yeah, Arizona pinstriping. You're not going to get away from